So I'm Brian, and I'm one of the skippers on the Archie Badenoch. Now, I've written a book. The book is aimed at children, and it's all about pollution in the river and the harmful effects that pollution has on our dolphins in particular. But the story starts with the Archie Badenoch. Now, the Archie Badenoch is a very old boat, very much part of Port Adelaide's marine heritage. She was built in 1942, right here in Port Adelaide. Now, when she was built during the war years, she was a Navy supply vessel, and she served out her war years in the Royal Australian Navy. After that, she was handed over to the South Australian Police and became the primary sea rescue boat or police rescue boat. And she took part in many thousands of missions. Now, 1977, she was handed over to the Maritime Museum, and a group of us volunteers, we all look after her and keep her going. I'm very lucky because I'm one of the skippers on the Archie Badenoch. So what happened is I did not set out to write a children's story. I've always been an amateur writer, I've always been interested in writing, but never in the genre of children. However, what happened this time was I was taking a group of kids up the Port River one particular day, and I always talk to the children about the river, about the dolphins. We're very fortunate here, we've got about 40 wild dolphins comes right into our river, which is quite unique because for a capital city in Adelaide, we don't often get wild dolphins coming in within period of the CBD. Anyway, so I'm talking to the kids about dolphins, and some kids really get it. They really get the issue about the pollution and the effect it has on the dolphins. Now, this particular time, we came across a dolphin, a small dolphin, and this dolphin was tangled in wire, in fishing wire. And I was telling the kids about how sometimes that happens, and sometimes it happens because sometimes the fishermen, they feed the dolphins come over and they get tangled up. But in this particular day, there was one little girl, I'll never forget her, and she was so incensed, she was so annoyed, and her passion about the dolphins and incredulous wanting to do something about it, and it stuck with me. So the result of that was the book I wrote. I went home and started to write, and what I finished up with is a book called Who Can Save the Dolphins? Now that book's going to be launched fairly soon. The whole idea of the book is about raising awareness of what happens when we have plastic and pollutants in the river and the harmful effects that can have. The book's also a bit of coming of age for the girls. There's three principal characters. The main protagonist is a 10-year-old girl called Sam. Her and her friend set off to decided that they are going to try and save the dolphins, and the story waxes and wanes. I won't tell you much about the story, you'll have to read the book, buy the book to do that, but it's very much centred in Port Adelaide, and the main message for this book is our generation, under our watch, we've let this happen. I truly believe it's going to be the next generation who's going to fix it, and hence that's the reason for the book.